I thought this would be funny to make a green smoothie mukbang, not to mention that a lot of thoughts are probably going to come up for me as I'm drinking this. So I put in here, it's basically the smoothie recipe I just shared in a recent video. So it's like 1 large leaf of kale, about 8 ounces of coconut water. I had a tiny apple, so it's like 1/4 to 1/3 of an apple of your choice. I took the skin off. I put some mint in this one and banana. And it's watery. My avocado was hard instead of soft for this one, so I didn't add avocado, but I would have liked to. But it's okay, because this has a lot of water in it. So it's actually a really good thirst quencher. And the mint is so good in that. So on that note, I guess I'll just spill it, because I think a lot of people don't reach their fitness goals because they don't eat enough greens. And that's what I learned back in 2009 when I was doing the raw food diet, not just for myself but other people, because I was a chef at a restaurant in Miami. And I have to tell you right now, excuse me, because I'm really not supposed to, well, you're told not to wear black for videos if you're on TV or something. So I'm totally blacked out right now, but I hope you guys can dig it. Anyway, back in Miami, that's what I learned, is you have to balance out all the nuts and like all the yummy fruits and everything with enough greens. So that's why I learned a smoothie recipe that I really like. Oh, and it is really, 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 really good. Not to mention that I know I'm getting my vitamin K, my folic acid, just some extra minerals and extra nutrition, and this is a really good smoothie for a child or a mom. And at any stage of pregnancy, I have to recommend something like this for women who are going through postpartum depression. Oh, our cat's back. Let me let her in. Okay, come on. Okay, the cat got stuck out in the rain, which is so sad. But she can handle herself. But yeah, she's a little bit wet. We were wondering where she was this morning, and so it's just good to see her back. So how are you guys? How do you all like YouTube? And how long have you been on here? Well, like I mentioned before, I've had a few channels. Some have just been more information that's not coming from me. And then I had some channels that were nothing but raw food recipes and vegan recipes. But I focus on whole foods and local foods. And now I'm going to do more focusing on garden foods. And Chris is doing some guerrilla gardening, so he's planting vegetables and things just randomly around various neighborhoods in Atlanta now. Because otherwise the billionaires are just going to take over everything, and it's just one of our peaceful ways to send a sign, to everyone who's watching that they could be living off of this land, really. You've got to add mint to your green smoothie. Just get a handful of mint, and mint is one of the easiest herbs to grow, even if you don't have a garden. Just get a pot and some dirt. You need to make sure your soil is well aerated, like don't try to grow things in clay, but mix a bunch of different soils together, soil, little sand, stuff like that. And mint is really easy to grow. And it actually has tons of calcium in it, and it's delicious. So if you don't like other greens, per se, you're going to love mint. Just consider it your new green. It's the reason why it's so good with chocolate, actually, is because calcium and magnesium synthesize each other. So chocolate has magnesium and mint has calcium. And they are delicious together for that reason. That's alchemy. I really wish you guys could have some of this. I wish we were all drinking this together. And do you all have a NutriBullet or a small blender? Because this is like so perfect. You can just put a lid on your smoothie makings and blend it right before you're going to drink it, because processing does take the nutrition down. And also at that point that you've blended it, it's oxidizing too. So you're losing some of the antioxidant value. That's something we'll talk about later. Or you already know. Like, it's good for your beauty and skin, and also that's what helps you ward off cancer. So basically, to get enough antioxidants, you have to eat foods with color in them. And so green is good, and purple. And the brighter the color, the more electricity it has, which that's what you also want to that's what you want to keep in mind, that balance, because you're not trying to take from your own body's electricity when you're eating and stuff. Like, I've never thought that eating cooked food was a problem as long as you make sure that you're getting enough raw in like the proper proportions that work for you. And I'm almost done now. But sometimes I'll drink one of these before I go out, especially if I know I'm going to like a regular restaurant with people. And then what I can do when I'm there is just have like a smaller appetizer that's usually vegetables or something. And I might even have something sauteed, like sauteed green beans, and then I'll just have a salad. But since I already had this smoothie, and I added hemp protein to this, just like a tablespoon, which added some extra nutrition and bulk. But if I've already had a smoothie, I'm not starving or craving things. Well, thanks for being here while I drank my smoothie. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I guess I'll see you again sometime. Maybe with another recipe or something. That was really, really good. God bless America, and God bless kale.